Welcome back to some very special episodes of Let's Try Roleplay, the birthday episodes.
It's a birthday!
Woo! These are the Prelude episodes, sort of what happens just before For Ohmsford. So yeah, we said we might release them someday, and we are a No Empty Promises podcast.
Yeah. And like all good stories, specifically Star Wars, you start in the middle of a story, and then eventually, many years later, release
the first three episodes.
Which are not as good as the later ones.
Uh-huh.
Yes, very questionable.
But you know what is not as good? The sound quality and
that
some
sound
of these.
quality.
And we apologise for that. We were still trying to find our feet.
So if you're listening to the 9 Prelude currently, then you're fine, because it's good sound quality. If you're listening to the Tholme, we give a mild apology. It's not as good as it could be. And if you're listening to the Ibathane Prelude, fuck me,
Good luck.
Sorry.
We hope you survive. I've recorded it off of a £10 Amazon gaming headset that didn't fit me.
Yeah.
And just so you know how bad it is, it's gone through some serious fucking care to get it to the quality that it is at the moment. It's taken a lot of patience.
Yeah.
But yes, happy birthday. Let's try roleplay.
Yes. Here's a shit present.
Because here at Let's Try Roleplay, we give you presents on our birthday.
Exactly.
So yeah, go and enjoy these 3 episodes.
3 episodes.
And you might actually understand some of the things that we were talking about later on.
Enjoy.
Enjoy these episodes.
Yeah. Woo. Have some cake while listening to them, because it's our birthday.
Yeah. Light a candle, blow it out, make a wish. Our wish would be better sound quality.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, love you, bye. So Robin, you play 9.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And can you tell me a little bit about her?
Oh God.
Just about like her backstory, about what she's like,
Uh-huh.
what she looks like, things like that.
Okay. So 9 is a tiefling. So she's kind of like half demon, half human type thing, which is pretty cool. She's got purple skin with red bits on her tip. Dark hair, she's got red eyes with a gold sort of ring going around your pupil. She's pretty much the tank of the group of people. She just kind of hits shit and takes a beating for a bit. And yeah, I don't really know.
Yeah, that's pretty good. So in terms of like your class and that, you're a paladin.
Oh shit,
And
yeah.
you went with vengeance.
Yeah.
Because you thought it suited you.
Yeah.
Because you're angry.
Yeah.
And you don't know, you don't exactly serve a god, but you said you hear voices in your
I hear
head
voices,
sometimes.
yeah.
They like tell you to do things,
Yeah.
and they're most likely the way you get your powers from.
Always follow the voices in your head. It's definitely a way to go with life.
And she can be a bit angry,
She can.
but
aggressive.
also quite compassionate in
Depends
the
on
weirdest of times.
Especially with small weird animals.
Especially with small weird animals that want to kill you.
100%.
So what's the last thing that she remembers?
God. We were trying to find the Lost Mines of Phandalin thing. We went into it after a whole big other shebang of us dandering around doing random shite. We got to the mine, and in the mine there was this sort of major boss guy who, I think he was just like bald and like pale skin. Was an absolute tank. We didn't stand a chance, and we ended up getting tied to an altar after he beat the living shite out of us and slit our throats.
The next thing that happens is you wake up. You're lying in a bed, and off in the distance you can hear some sort of rumbling.
Yeah.
That's you.
Okay, rumbling. What's the room? Like,
The room's a sort of large-ish, maybe 10 feet across by 15. The size big enough for a bed. Over in that corner over there, there's a desk with papers on it. There's a sword across the like hung on the wall, mounted on the wall across the top of that.
I can't steal it, can I?
Huh? Unfortunately not, no. And there is a... Well, you actually take that. I mean, it's just attached to the wall. And that's it. There's a window behind you out which you can see stars from where you are.
Okay. Is it just sort of like simple towers, like not like...
It's quite a nice room. Like, the floors are like varnished wood. The bed you're in is like not quite four-poster, but it has a head and a footboard. The desk has, sort of looks similar to a quill, but like essentially a pen and various papers, some scrolls rolled up on the side. There's a door you can see out the way. It's a wooden door.
So I hear the rumbling. I'll put my boots on and run outside. See what the
As you go to get
shebang
up,
is.
alarms sound
Fab.
quite brightly. Quite loudly, not brightly. You're not sure where it's coming from, but it is a very distinctive, like, woo, 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 woo,
Right.
woo, woo, as you start to, pretty much the second your feet touch the floor. And then, from outside, from out of the door, you hear the sound, the distinctive sound of a door being slammed open, opening, creaking open, and smashing against the wall behind it. And you hear a very loud knocking on your door.
Who is it?
My lady, we need to go now!
Oh, right, okay. Grand. I answer the door.
A gnome, maybe 3 foot tall. He's kind of portly. He's not portly. He's muscled, but he's got like a big belly on him. He's standing there. He's got a like very over the top haircut, sort of like going back in frills down, almost like a fantasy mullet. Imagine that. And yeah, he's holding quite a big sword, normal human sized sword, so it's way too big for him, and it's strapped to his back. So we need to go now. Get your stuff.
Okay.
There is a bag sort of by the desk.
Okay, I grab the bag.
Okay. Do you leave then?
Yeah.
Do you want to grab the sword?
Probably should.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll grab the sword.
Alright, you're gonna grab the sword? Awesome. So yeah, he leads you down multiple corridors, and as you're running down, he grabs something off the wall that you can now see is a belt. He says you grab one as you're running down this corridor.
Right, I grab a belt.
Yep, okay, and as he's running, he's putting it on.
I try to put it on.
Yep,
Put it down.
it's slightly too big for you at first. So even for him, it's slightly too big, but you'd see it happen to him and then happen to you, is he puts this belt on, too big, fastens it at the front, and then suddenly it shrinks and fits him perfectly, just round his waist.
I wish I had belts like that.
And the same thing happens for you. You put it on, it's way too big, and it shrinks and fits perfectly around your waist.
Yeah, cool.
And you continue running down these corridors. You actually, as you're going, you see left and right multiple doors that are open with bunks, mostly bunks. None of the rooms are as nice as yours. A single suitcase type thing at the floor of each of them, most of them open with one or two things clearly hastily grabbed out, and doors left lying open. Some of the beds look slept in, some don't. And you continue to run left and right, and he leads you through what is essentially a maze of corridors until you reach this fairly large metal door. And as he's running towards it, he doesn't slow. The door is clearly locked, but suddenly a slight glow appears around him. He darts forward and smashes through it, blows it clear off its hinges and into the darkness beyond.
Grand.
And the two of you run out.
Yep.
You run out of this door, recently broken, and wind instantly slaps you in the face. It comes out of nowhere, harsh, cold, biting wind. And you find yourself on the deck of a vast ship. He's standing just in front of you, looking around, like bewildered at what to do. If you make a perception check, just roll a d20.
Yep.
You don't have your character
17.
sheet. Nice, good roll. That will be
That was
okay.
shy
Yeah,
perception.
that's good. You can see a lot of things going on around you. It's a bit crazy.
Yeah.
You can see sort of magical explosions of multiple colours going off in various directions.
Colour spray.
Maybe. You can see men in sort of strange armour. Doesn't look like any armour you've seen before. Standing on various places, firing what are some firing crossbows, some firing magical bolts of energy, fire bolts, the occasional magic missile of curving through the air and striking. People out of the sky, people with weird, not angelic wings, but sort of ethereal wings that you can't quite make out, but they're clearly beating and helping them fly around through the sky.
Yeah.
And some are wearing weird mechanical suits. They're pieces of armor, but they don't seem to be useful as armor. They're like additional things onto them. So some of them will have what's essentially you can see is a mechanical arm come round to pass them reloads for their crossbows that they're firing at the ship you're on. And the small gnome is standing right in front of you.
Doesn't know what to do.
Yeah, he's looking around bewildered.
So is it the people who are in the armour and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
They're on our side, technically. They're front.
You make an insight check, so roll
Insight
d20.
5.
I think they probably are, yeah.
I think you probably are. And the angel people, they're the ones who are attacking us.
Seems as though it is, yeah. I wouldn't quite describe them as angels. They're not angelic wings. They're
just wings with flight,
yeah,
kind of.
by the looks
like
of it,
falcon wings, like the wings
Yeah.
that Falcon has in the
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Right, I will see if I can run up to one of the people in armour
Mm-hmm.
and ask them what the hell's going on.
And he turns around and says, get behind me, get down, and continues to fire.
Fuck that! Right, is there any of the winged people on the deck?
It's funny you should say that, because right as he turns around to you and you start to look around for probably someone to hit, a couple of them land on the deck opposite you. Not quite opposite you, but on the other side of the deck to you.
Yeah.
Minding this is quite a big ship, so they're probably 50, 60 feet away.
Yeah.
If not more. So yeah, and then we're going to enter combat.
Sweet!
So there's your character sheet.
What have we still got? Oh, I've got my... Where's all the whip? Oh! Oh!
You've just got what you got on you.
Shit.
So.
I have 0 deck. Oh my god, I am rubbish. 0 decks. No, it's 10. Sorry, never mind. Look at the wrong bit. I was like, no, that's not right. I'm not
That's
that
definitely not
undexy.
You're a bit Dexy, you're more strengthy.
More strengthy.
So that, if you're looking at the battleground here, I've
Yeah.
drawn out it's essentially a shield shape, but it's the front of the ship.
Cool.
This rear bit here isn't like the end of the ship, it's a bit where it goes up to the next deck. You are pretty much on the front of the ship right now. There's a couple things I should add. There is about here, right in the middle, the bit you came out of, it's got a door on the side of it and it leads to below deck. And there's a big mast coming out of it here. To get up that level there will take half of your movement as you climb up.
Okay.
Unless you can make a good athletics check, which you're quite good at, so you probably are
Okay.
able to do that. There are what are essentially look kind of similar to cannons lining the edges of the ship. You can use these as cover behind it. They're about 5 foot tall, so if you duck down, you're nearly 6 foot tall, so you could duck down behind them.
Cool.
And there's a couple of these. And that's basically everything that's relevant. There are a couple other people around you, which I'll place on there in a second. So you would be probably about here.
Cool.
You've been talking to a guy back there, so I will place him on the board.
My pal.
Your pal here. Your gnome friend standing right now behind you.
Go on, son.
And across the deck from you, 3. Now you get a better look at them. Masked men. The masks cover essentially the top half of their face.
Yep.
Showing mouths below. You could probably make out you did roll quite well in your perception, so you can probably make out that 2 of them are men, 1 of them's a girl, 1 of them's a woman.
Cool.
You can tell because they have stubble, and the other one's clearly quite a feminine face.
No mercy.
And yeah, they've landed across the deck from you. Can you roll initiative?
Oh yeah, it's just 4. Yeah.
Okay.
It's 4. Good old trusty 4.
So, by the looks of it, number 1 is going to go first. So, she, as a matter of fact, is going to move towards you. As she does so, she pulls out what is essentially a very long curved sword from a scabbard on her back. You recognise it as a scimitar. And as she gets towards you, she's going to fling out a dagger from her belt. This will be a 20 versus AC.
20.
That's a hit then. Yeah. And you then take 5 damage.
Oh.
So next is one of the other guys. He will continue to walk forward as well to right in front of you. And as he does so, he will pull out a great axe attached to his back and swing for you with it. Which is going to do a...
People are bullies.
That'll be a 10 versus AC.
20,
so
bitch.
That will not hit you. He brings it round, but he brings it round quite slowly and you manage to duck underneath his attack. And next is the other dude standing next to him. He's going to run forward as well. And he's a bit further away. He can't quite make it to you.
Yep.
That then brings it to the little gnome next to you's turn.
Go on, son.
He is going to, as he's behind you and seeing you're actually in danger, he's going to step round you once. And he is going to, first of all, he's going to pull out that very large sword from his back. And as he does so, pulling it off of his back, he brings it down and try to essentially bifurcate the berserker dude in front of you. The guy in front of you is getting quite angry. That is unfortunately going to be a miss. He's not going to hit. He brings it out from across, but the guy sees it coming and manages to dodge out of the way. But he then, as he does that, brings it back up and tries to hit him again from below. That is once again not going to hit the berserk. The dude with the armor manages to sort of lean back and it comes up across his face, nearly hitting him, but not quite. That now brings it to your turn. What do you want to do?
Grant. Let's double check. See Thunderous Smite. Is that the one that's within? Is that the one that goes for like a range? That's Thunder Wave. Thunderous Smite just lands on one person.
Yeah, Thunderous Smite is you cast it as I believe a bonus action.
Yep.
And it adds damage to your next attack. Very, very loud damage.
Cool. So I'm going to go for this person.
The dude right in front of you. Yeah.
Right in front of me first. I'm going to attack him, trying to chop his head with my longsword. So that is going to be, oh god, 11.
Okay. Plus.
Yeah, that's it.
Is 11 straight?
Yeah.
It's against that dude. I'm afraid that won't hit. He managed to dodge it away.
Yes, that's all. Wait, so that's all it is. So it's that plus attack.
Yes.
Nothing else.
That's correct. You do have 2 attacks.
I do have 2 attacks.
You can attack again.
I would like to attack again, please.
Go for it. Roll it.
I do the exact same thing. That was a practice.
Of course.
shot. Oh, for fuck's sake!
Roll the exact same. I'm afraid that is double miss. This guy managed to dodge out of the way of both of you.
No! I've been sleeping. I'm still kind of tired. That's my excuse. I'm kind of stumbling around.
You've just woken up. You don't know where you are.
No,
you're disoriented.
Yeah.
And you're not. It's not your usual weapon. It's one you just managed to pull off the side.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, that's the end of your turn. I will take it back to the woman that threw the dagger at you. She's actually going to go and disappear behind the building next to you.
There's something in that building that I need to get.
She's not in it, but she's behind it. It's the way to get back downstairs. That's it. It's like imagine you come up from the stairs and you're in like a bit of a landing at the top, essentially a covering for that landing.
Oh, so she's gonna try and come behind me.
And going to the guy once again directly in front of you, he's gonna swing at. He's gonna bring his axe right the way back and try and swing, trying to once again cut you essentially in half. That'll be a 20 versus AC.
Oh, damn it, 20!
Okay, so then that's 1d12.
Am I missing something?
That's 14 damage.
Oh my god. I'm gonna die!
Hopefully not. And then that now brings it to the other guy behind him's turn. He will sidestep around him and appear right in front of you. He will try and hit you. That will be a 13 versus AC.
20! Ha!
Awesome, so it doesn't hit you. And that now brings it on to the little gnome dude next to you.
Please hit
who
something, gnome
is going to, once again, he's going to, with his sword, stab forward into the guy in front of him.
Please.
Which will be that'll be a hit.
Yes!
So that does 5 damage to him. So that's to this dude.
What about your man who was like, I was chatting to him ago, he just basically standing watching me get my ass kicked.
Well, he's busy with
people.
like, he's busy trying to defend the ship you're on.
Fair enough. I'll let him off.
Yeah. That's good of you. And the knight, having stabbed into his belly, will, once again, he'll pull it out in such a way that trying to essentially tear him slightly. That will hit.
Woo!
and do... That'll do 12 damage to him.
Hey, go on, son. Go.
As he stabs in, he does a bit of damage, pulling it out, he twists the blade and tears out, essentially allowing a little bit of the guy in front of you's intestines to spill out and sort of hang around his crotch area.
Cool.
That brings it to your turn.
That's a good look. Right, same
Great
deal
look.
again. I'm going to try and cut this guy in front of me with my sword.
Okay.
So... Woohoo! 20!
That'll hit.
Yeah!
And because you didn't hit last time, your Thunderous Smite activates now. So you get to add... do your normal damage that I've written down for you.
1d8.
Question, are you using one or two hands for this?
Probably be two hands because it's just I'm not holding the shield or anything.
Yeah.
I'm just doing the thing.
Let's have a quick check your character sheet.
Two hands, probably.
For now, your AC is actually 18, not 20, because you're not using a shield. It's 18 actually.
Yeah.
So I can't remember whether things were
I didn't
hit.
count anyway because all the
Yeah,
20s were hit me
That's
there.
fine.
So you just say 20.
Yeah. That'll hit him.
Yeah, so that did 2 damage and then Thunderous Smite 2d6.
So that's a D10 damage actually, not a D8 because you're using two hands. It's a versatile weapon, so roll D10.
Yay.
7 damage plus 2d6.
That's at 9. 13.
Okay, then you also add your strength modifier.
17.
17 damage.
Yes.
Cool. Against which dude was it again?
Guy right in front of me.
Guy right in front of you.
Does he look injured?
He looks injured, yeah. You manage to stab into essentially his chest, sort of where his shoulder is, and he gives a proper grunt as you do so.
I was gonna say for that one, as I like slash down on the top of him, the second like my blade kind of leaves the skin, just a bolt of lightning just comes down, and just like spikes him right in the head.
I like
He
it.
looks a bit frizzled.
Mhm.
He smells a bit smoky.
Yeah. As that happens, the little gnome next to you gives out a cry of. You're not quite sure. He gives out a loud cry, but it's very noisy. You're on a ship that you can tell is very clearly moving fast, wind blowing in your ears, and there's explosions going everywhere. But he gives some sort of surprised, awed cry out.
Okay.
And looks at you like, wow. You can see all that, like, as you're preparing for your second attack.
Can I see anything around?
No.
No.
It was clear he was reacting to you doing that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know. I try. Yeah. So I would this time cut him the other way across the chest. So I'm marking X on him. Yeah, cool. That is 14.
That'll hit.
That's 20. Yeah.
Roll your damage. So D10.
D10 damage.
5 damage.
5.
Against that dude. So that's everything you need. That's your turn, yeah?
Yes.
You do have a bonus action.
That's
still.
what I'm thinking.
You do have a couple spells that use that.
Yeah. Can I cast a Vow of Enmity on the guy in front of me?
Does that say bonus action, yeah?
Bonus action, yeah.
Cool.
So it's advantage against one creature within 10 feet for 1 minute.
Yep.
So I get advantage on him.
Awesome.
Cool.
And that's your turn. The other person that you can't see will go... Can you make a perception check quickly?
12. No, 13.
All right.
14. Because the perception's past 1 now.
So yeah, you can see that she's just coming around the corner behind you. And the man behind you that said, "Oh, get down behind me," continues to send off bolts of energy from his hand, sending off firebolts, sending off sort of crystalline shapes that you clearly recognise as magic missile. You remember Ivathane would occasionally send that off.
Yeah.
And yeah,
So I remember everything right now.
Yeah, you remember Ivathane told me. You have no idea where they are.
Cool.
Your man in front of you that seems to be fighting the little gnome, he is going to strike down. That's a nat 20.
Oh.
I'll do 10 damage to him.
Oh.
And that will be his turn.
Cool.
So that now brings it to the dude in front of you, who's going to attack you. For a 24 versus AC.
Yeah.
Which is then 9 damage, please.
Okie dokie. I'm not doing too well here.
What you on?
14?
Alright. Remember, you do have healing hands.
I do, but... okay.
Okay. that now brings it to the little dude beside you's turn, who is going to, as before, strike twice at the guy in front of you.
Please.
Okay, that first one will hit, and roll for the second one. That will also hit. So he gets 2 hits against them, doing 23 damage in total.
Woo!
Against the dude in front of you. Well, in front of him.
Shit.
And that will now make it your turn. What are you going to do?
Okay. First off, is Lay on Hands, is that a bonus or is that a... Because I don't think it says here anywhere.
I'm gonna say that it's a bonus action.
Okay.
I'm gonna say that to use it on yourself is a bonus action, to use it on anyone else is an action.
Right, so first off, I'm gonna attack the guy in front of me again with my longsword and try and stab him through the chest. That is 18.
Okay, yep.
Hit.
That will very much hit. You actually get to roll advantage on this. Roll again.
Okay, so 25.
Even better. Yep, so that's definitely a hit.
Yeah.
Now roll damage.
2.
2 damage.
Yay.
Okay. You get to re-roll that. Great weapon fighting means you get to roll 1s or 2s when you're fighting with
10!
There you go, 10.
Fun time!
Finally. So that's plus 3.
Plus 3, yes.
Awesome, so 13 damage.
Jesus.
And you get your other attack.
Same drill. So is it 2 attacks but not 2 bonus actions? It's just 2 attacks and 1 bonus.
2 attacks, and you basically, as an action, you can do 2 attacks.
Okay.
And then you also have a bonus and a move. So you can move and use a bonus.
I had it in my head that it was attack and a bonus. No, don't.
No.
Cool. Right. Same again then.
Uh-huh.
That is 25.
And you get to roll again.
Come on, 20, come on.
No. So
No.
25, that'll be a hit though. So roll a d10 for damage. That's 3 plus 3,
6.
so that's 6 more damage.
Can he die?
He's getting there. He's pretty damaged. He's pretty bad. Like, and then what do you want to use your bonus action?
I would like to use Lay on Hands on myself, please.
Sounds good. So you can gain up to 25 hit points.
Yeah. How do I do that?
You have a max of 25 you can use. Use as much as you want.
Oh, did I just say
It just happens.
Did I just say how many I want to get?
Yeah.
Cute. I have a max of 25.
Cool. So you need to make sure. Can you note down that you've used all 25 for this long rest? There's not like a particular place to put it, so can you just note it down wherever you feel it would fit?
Should I use all 25 or should I just use some?
I mean, you're on 14.
I was going to use like 20.
Alright, you can use 20 and I'll give you 5 left.
Yeah, then use 20. Cool, so that is, so I have, oh shit, what do you mean, what do I have? Okay, I'll just put it down here. 5 left, 4, L-O-H. I know what that means.
Lay on hands, yeah, that works.
I'll remember.
Awesome. So yeah, that's your turn over. And you now see the woman from behind you come around the corner and attempt to stab your man that is firing bolts off at people.
Oh no, she didn't.
She comes up behind him and does that much damage to him. I'm not going to say how much. And then she stabs him again.
Oh shit.
Well, she slashes him with her scimitar, which will actually miss. He gets slashed across the chest, sort of at the side under the rib cage, and he's got his hand up, and he turns around trying to sort of face her. He then attempts to hit her with a bolt, but then does not. It flies off and slams into the deck behind her. She's too close. He can't quite get a bolt of magic off against her.
Yep.
It then brings it to your man in front of the gnome, just standing right off to sort of diagonally from you.
Yep.
He's once again going to strike at the gnome, and will.
Miss.
He'll actually hit.
No.
Doing.
Does gnome just have really rubbish AC?
No, they're just rolling quite high.
Just saying. I'll use those ones from now on.
Doing 11 damage to him.
Oh, no me.
Which brings him down to. That's then the guy in front of you, who's gonna attack you, doing
Chips.
17 versus AC.
18.
That will
bitch.
miss. He brings his large axe around and it sort of glances off your shoulder, Pauldron, and over your head.
I do try.
That now brings it to the gnome beside you, who is going to, as he manages to take a step back, managing to parry off a sort of an opportunity attack from the guy in front of you, and as he does so, he slots away his sword and brings out a very, very large crossbow. Once again, way too big for him.
He could have brought this out earlier, just saying.
Yeah, could have. And that will do.
I still love him though.
That'll hit. The first shot will hit.
Oh, cool.
And that will do 9 damage to that dude. And then he'll fire a second bolt, very, very quickly reloading it, which will unfortunately fly over his shoulder and completely miss.
Still cool though.
And that brings it to your turn.
Okay, I am going to continue to attack the bloke in front of me and hopefully kill him. So, roll a hit. Oh. No,
You
advantage!
have advantage.
Come on. Shit.
What do you add?
11.
As you do that, the gnome shouts to you, "Go on, milady," and you can add a d4 to what you just rolled.
Can I?
Yeah.
Thank you, gnome. 3. So that's 14.
That will hit.
Thank you, gnome. Yeah. So that is 1d10. Where are you on the 1d10? 7. So that is 10. 10 damage overall.
Okay.
Them.
Against this dude. Okay, he's looking pretty badly injured right now. And you get your other attack.
So I'm going to, again, seeing that this guy is badly injured, I'm going to try and chop his head off.
Okay.
So it's 16.
You get to roll again.
I
Advantage.
do get to roll again. Shit. 17.
Alright.
So that's 23.
23. Yep, that'll hit.
Cool.
Roll the damage. That's a 10.
13 damage.
13 damage. Okay. You chop his head off. How do you want to kill him?
Okay. So in the lead up to this, I've managed to mark an X on his chest, stab him directly where the X crosses and like that wee bit.
Yeah.
Stab directly through that. And I assume after I do that, he kind of almost falls down onto his knee, like sort of clutching his chest and holds down. As he falls down, I just want to swing, sword coming up from the plane, and just chop his head off and send it flying, and hopefully it knocks into the guy who's beside him.
That now brings it to the woman behind you.
Oh no, bonus action, sorry.
Oh yeah, bonus
For
action.
bonus action, I would like to cast Shield of Faith.
Okay,
Faith.
your AC goes up by 2.
Yeah.
For a minute?
10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Well, it says concentration, 10 minutes.
Yeah, okay. That means that if you get hit, you need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would like to cast that.
Awesome. So, that brings it to the girl behind you's turn. She will do 2 hits to the guy sending off bolts behind you, and she will successfully, essentially eviscerate him.
Shite.
Using a scimitar, brings it round multiple times and cuts him to pieces.
Oh dear.
He falls to the floor, and parts of him fall off the side, and that'll be her turn. To the other man right in front of you, he is going to strike at you once again.
Did the head hit him in the face?
Yeah.
Yes!
It did. I'll say yes, it did, and that's why he's hitting you. Doing 7 damage.
Shouldn't have done that.
And that brings it to the other man's turn, who will turn around to the woman behind you and strike at her. She managed to parry both of his attacks, bringing it to your turn.
Quick question. I've just realised for Lay on Hands it says long rest, and because I didn't use all of the...
It recharges completely on a long rest, so you do have 5 more.
I did 5. That's correct.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure what it was. Okay, my turn. Awesome. Going to try and hit the guy in front of
Make first attack.
me. That is 20. Yeah, 20, because I don't get to fly.
And you get advantage.
I don't. It was on the other guy.
You still get advantage on this guy.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh. Yes, please then. Okay, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
So that's a 20. That'll hit. Not natural 20, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. Roll damage. 10 d10. A d10, not 10 d10.
That is 7.
7 damage. Awesome. So you take 7 damage. And you have another attack.
Yep, and I would like to do the same thing again. So, similar to before, I would like to have chopped right across this guy. So he has a straight. So he's the guy whose guts now are still pouring out. I like to put my sword into where that one has already been and just try to sort of jiggle it about a wee bit more and like open it
just
a bit.
Kind of.
Just like jiggle it back, like open it a bit more. So it's like there's a bit more guts are hanging out. And as I pull my sword back, guts like fly off across the side of the ship and stuff.
Yep,
and
that
hit
works.
the girl in the face behind me.
Yep.
I just want to hit people in the face with body parts.
Sounds
Then I would
that works.
like to attack him again.
Cool.
Yeah.
Roll again.
Woo! 21.
That'll hit. So yeah, roll damage, d10.
Yes, please. Oh, fuck. Ah. That's 10.
10?
Yep.
You kill him.
Yes!
So you manage to cut, you stick your sword inside of his already cut open abdomen. It's like you're surprised that he's been able to last as long with guts starting to spill out. You stick it in and you rip it upwards, essentially cutting up through his abdomen, up into his chest. You feel a bit of resistance as you get to his sternum, but you slide to the right, just to the right of it, cut up around his sternum, and he's cut nearly in half, but only down the front, splayed open like a dissected body.
Cool.
So that now makes it the woman who seems quite strong behind you's turn. She is going to see the little gnome come up to the little, she's going to see the little gnome come up to her, and she's going to attack him twice.
Please be okay, know me.
The first one will miss.
Yes.
Miss? Yes, miss. And the second one will miss as well.
Fab.
She goes for 2 at him and it manages to ding off of his armour twice. The first time just barely missing a large crack, but the second time set off balance by his attack, comes round and he just manages to essentially he doesn't even care, is there. That now makes it his turn. He's going to return those attacks, doing no damage to him whatsoever, trying to hit her twice with the greatsword, but not really being able to do much. That takes it out to your turn.
Sweet. I would like to go up to this woman, so 2 steps up to her. So me and
you're pretty close, so you can step up to her.
Yeah, me and my gnome bud are side by side with her, and I would like to attack her with my sword, please.
Go for it.
It's 14.
That will miss, unfortunately.
Shite.
You do, however, get another attack.
Yep. I'd like to try again. That is 18.
Good, that hits.
Cool. And then I'll do
That's
is
10 damage.
13 damage.
Awesome.
With thing. And then I would also like to cast Thunderous Smite again on her. Repeating the same thing that I done earlier, in that my sword will go to colour, and as soon as it leaves.
The way you have to do Thunderous Smite is you have to cast Thunderous Smite first.
Did you? I thought you did it after.
No, you cast Thunderous Smite first, and on your next hit that you get with melee attack within the next minute, it can happen.
Fuck.
You can cast it, and it'll happen next turn.
Yeah, I'll do that.
You gonna do that?
I thought it was that. Oh,
No,
right,
it's
my bad.
before, unfortunately.
My bad.
It's alright.
No matter.
So yeah, that's her turn. She's going to do 1 attack against you and 1 attack against your little gnome friend. The attack against you will be a 16 versus AC, which I'm assuming misses.
Yeah, because it's 20 right now.
And the
Because I have
attack
a shield.
against your little gnome friend will be a definite hit.
Oh no.
Doing...
I'm gonna die.
Quick check. Doing 9 damage to him. Brings it to his turn. He's going to attack her twice. He's going to attack her once. Missing? I think. No, hitting her.
Nice.
No, missing her.
Oh
No, hitting her.
no. Yay!
And doing 10 damage to her.
Cool.
Brings it to your turn again.
Right. Attack again. So, 16.
That'll hit.
Oh, it hits.
Yep, that hits her.
Great. Then, so first off,
D10.
that will be
9 damage.
12 damage plus my
12.
3. 12.
Yep,
And
and then
then
2d6 as well.
Then Thunderous Smite comes out of nowhere to fuck you down.
A large bolt of lightning comes out of the sky, doing 2 plus another d6. 15. 16 damage. That's not too bad.
What's with me rolling 1s and 2s?
You're rolling a lot of 1s and 2s on damage.
I feel like this hand's unlucky. I'm going to use my other hand now. I'm not liking this hand.
Cool. That brings it back around to her turn.
Yep.
She will, funny enough, this time do 2 attacks against you. She's a bit pissed.
A bit narky.
That will be a 22 versus AC. That'll hit.
Yep.
First one will hit. Second one will miss. So she gets 1 hit against you,
Okay.
doing 8 damage.
Right.
And that is her turn. Back around to your man with you. Doing 2 attacks against her. 1 hitting and then doing 8 damage to her.
Right.
Which is decent.
How's she looking?
Bad. Very bad.
Very good. No idea.
And that's your turn. What are you going to do?
Attack her.
There's a woman that's looking very bad right in front of you.
I would also like to chop her head off.
Sounds good.
So,
I'd like it if you did.
what is that? 6 or 9?
That's a 9.
So that is 15.
That'll hit.
Use.
And roll damage.
Yep. That is 8.
8 damage.
Yep.
Awesome. And you get another attack.
Yep.
Do you want to use Divine Smite on the next one?
You have to say no.
You have to say after you've hit. After you've hit before you roll damage.
God damn it, I want to see how much damage I roll first. Right, I'll see if I hit. Let me see if I hit and I'll have a think.
That's a nat 20.
Nice! Look, the gnome helped me out!
He
Landed
did.
on
Landed
the
on top of
gnome.
the gnome, yeah.
Landed on the gnome. Okay, so that's a nat 20, so do I get any
You
extra
roll
features from doing that?
you roll the dice twice, but add your multiplier once. So you'll roll 2d10 plus 3.
Okay. I'll not cast Divine Smite.
Okay,
I'll not use my
so roll
spell slot for
2d10
that.
plus 3.
Come on, give me like, oh fuck.
That's an 8.
Then
That's 15
That's
plus
18.
3, 18. You more than kill her. You
Yes.
killed her on the first dice. How do you want to do it?
So, siege has been a bit of a bad word the whole time. I would like to run up to, not run up to her, but sort of grab onto her shoulder and grab a sword and push it straight into her belly whilst pulling her further onto my sword.
Alright, yeah.
And sort of, again, ripping it upwards. So I push her down close to the ground as I draw my sword up to again
That's good. You
bifurcate her.
pretty much cut her in half.
Yeah.
Awesome. So, you managed to do that. I'll just quickly calculate how much XP you would get for that.
And I also
Yeah.
like to give my gnome friend like a fist pump or something. Or like a high five.
Would you put your hand out to him?
Yeah.
He kind of looks at it and doesn't know what to do.
I lick his hand and like, give back. So he understands
He
what I'm
looks
asking.
so confused at you.
I
Like,
say, you've done a good job. You've done a good job.
Thank you, my lady. Thank you.
Yeah.
As you do this, you notice something start to happen. Well, no, less of something start to happen. You notice something happen. Up in the sky above you, another ship appears. And now that you've stopped, you can in fact see that you are miles and miles above the ground.
Oh, cool. All
Yeah.
these body parts were full of people. Oh, that's gross. That's
The
actually
issue you're
gross.
having is that the ship above you is falling directly towards you. And it crashes with a loud, not semi-explosion, chunks of metal and wood flying everywhere into the deck above you. Further behind on the ship. And you begin to fall. And fall. And fall.
Ah, shit.
Just as the sun rises, you black out.